Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Wretched Wrench. Please like and subscribe. If you like this kind of content, leave a comment. Anyway, today I bring you the Ford comparison to X and K cars for 1982. All right, guys, here we go.
There have been a lot of changes in the automobile industry in the last 2 or 3 years. Today, we're living in an era of high technology. Electronics, computers, laser beams, robotics. It's all used to design and build today's cars. Yet what people want in a car really hasn't changed much. Sure, buyers are more sensitive to fuel economy because gas prices have escalated rapidly. But people still want good gas mileage balanced with performance. A car sized for their needs, with functional comfort and convenience features and good looks. But above all, buyers want the best value for their money. As a result, they're shopping more than ever. They're making more intelligent buying decisions, and they're looking for salespeople who can help them make that decision. Salespeople who know their products and know the competition. That's why we developed this program that compares Fairmont and Granada to the X and K cars. It's designed to show you how our cars bracket the competition and can appeal to a much broader range of fuel economy, feature, and price needs of buyers. Because Fairmont Futura and Granada offer buyers two different ways to go in the midsize car market, they tend to appeal to different buyers. Obviously, it's very important to qualify your customers to see if their needs are best met by a Fairmont or Granada. If they're primarily looking for good gas mileage and a low price, chances are that Fairmont Futura will better satisfy them. If they're more interested in classic styling and lots of standard features that contribute to their comfort and convenience with little compromise in gas mileage, Granada should appeal to them more. Some buyers today will insist on a front-wheel drive car. If that's the case, they might be perfect escort prospects, particularly now that there's a new four-door. Remember, today many buyers compare, and you should too, so that you know what Ford products, features, and owner benefits to stress with individual customers. We've all witnessed a dramatic change in the automotive marketplace in the last few years. Today, 1 out of every 5 cars sold in America is mid-size. It's a growing market, and it's becoming crowded with competitors. If you're at all confused about what cars are in the mid-size market segment, think about today's buyer, like reading a restaurant menu with too many items. He's not sure which automobile to choose. If you help him compare, you can help him select the best car for his needs. The strongest competitors are not necessarily the newest entries. GM's X-Car is a case in point. The X-Car was introduced in 1979 and is sold by various GM divisions under different nameplates. No matter what brand nameplate they bear, an X-Car is still an X-Car. Differences are largely cosmetic or are relatively minor. In the mid-size class, Chevrolet's Citation is probably the closest competitor to Fairmont Futura. So we're going to take a look at how these two cars compare. Futura and Citation both have 3 body styles. When you compare standard features, the Fairmont Futura buyer gets a lot more for his money than the Citation buyer. Let's first compare the base 2-door sedans. In functional features, Fairmont comes equipped with power front disc brakes. Citation has manual disc brakes. Fairmont has 14-inch wheels. Citation, 13-inch. Both have high-pressure tires, but Fairmont has steel-belted radials, while Citation has glass-belted tires. For better appearance, Fairmont has full wheel covers. Citation, hubcaps. For protection, Fairmont has front bumper guards. Not so on Citation. And protective wide body-side moldings on Fairmont, but not on Citation. For individual comfort, Fairmont has front bucket seats. Citation has a bench seat up front. But Fairmont buyers also have a choice. A front bench seat can be ordered as a no-cost option. All these standard Fairmont features are extra cost options on Citation. And such Fairmont convenience features as a gas cap tether and the flash to pass feature are not available at all on Citation. The Fairmont two-door coupe and four-door sedan offer even more standard feature value than Citation. They have turbine wheel covers versus Citation's hubcaps, dual remote control outside mirrors versus a left-hand manual mirror, and body side paint stripes, which is an extra cost option on Citation. Simply stated, Fairmont offers far more value in terms of standard features than Citation. Let's consider another area that's particularly important in this size car: passenger room. Citation's front-wheel drive is supposed to provide more passenger room. That's a big plus. But let's put that to the test. How do Fairmont and Citation compare? The two-door models have the same EPA passenger volume index, 95 cubic feet. But Fairmont's four-door is rated at 96 compared to Citation's 95 cubic feet. In the four doors, the difference shows up in the front, where Fairmont has more head and hip room, and in the rear, where there's more leg room. But the real advantage is that Fairmont can seat either 5 or 6 passengers, depending on your choice of front seats, the standard bucket seats or the no-cost optional bench seat. But Citation is limited to 5 passengers. So when it comes to passenger room, Fairmont is the winner. Let's compare performance and fuel economy. Both Fairmont and Citation have a choice of 2 engines. Citation has a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder and an optional 2.8-liter V6. Fairmont has a standard 2.3-liter 4-cylinder and an optional 3.3-liter inline 6. For those who want more fuel economy in the mid-size class, the Fairmont Fuel Saver has mileage ratings of 25 and 40. That compares favorably to Citation with ratings of 26 and 41. And here's another point. Citation has what they advertise as a new long-range fuel tank, 15.9 gallons. Fairmont Futura has a standard 16-gallon fuel tank. And the buyer who wants a true long-range tank can get an optional 20-gallon fuel tank on all Futuras. We've seen that Fairmont Futura has more standard features, advantages in passenger room, a bigger 6-cylinder engine option, and has competitive fuel economy to the Citation. But there's more. Perhaps Fairmont's biggest advantage over Citation is price. With all these standard Fairmont features, which are either extra cost options or not available at all on Citation, you would think that Fairmont would have a higher sticker price. Nothing could be further from the truth. When you compare base sticker price, the Fairmont Futura two-door sedan, equipped with a standard 2.3-liter engine, has a $769 advantage. But that's only the beginning of Fairmont's price advantage. When the two cars are comparably equipped, the Fairmont two-door sedan advantage grows to a whopping $1,086. And it's even better than that when you consider value option packages. They offer retail savings off the sticker price of up to $320. When the cars are typically equipped with options buyers are most apt to order, and value option package 203A is added, the Fairmont Futura price advantage increases to $1,381. The story is similar with four-door models, but there's one point I'd like to make first. Our four-door actually has a base sticker price that is lower than last year. That's a heck of a story all by itself. As you can see here, Fairmont Futura's price advantage can range up to nearly $1,200, depending on how you equip the cars. The bottom line, Fairmont Futura, equipped with a fuel-saver engine, has about the same fuel economy as Citation, equal or better passenger room, seating for up to 6 passengers, not just 5, a higher level of standard equipment, yet is priced hundreds of dollars less. Now let's compare Granada with the X car in these same categories. Ford's Granada, with its clean classic lines and rich interior appointments, offers still another choice for buyers in the mid-size market segment. And it comes in 3 body styles and 3 series. Citation has 3 body styles, but in only 1 series, which means buyers have more choice with Granada. Let's begin our comparison of Granada and Citation by looking at standard features. These are the standard features on Granada L that are extra cost on Citation. Power brakes, 14-inch wheels, steel-belted radials, deluxe wheel covers, front bumper guards, left-hand remote control mirror, luxury lower body side moldings, and bright window frames. There's even a gas cap tether that's not available on Citation at any price. Inside, Granada has low-back bucket seats, a rich walnut wood-tone instrument panel applique, an integral coin tray, flash-to-pass feature, which, by the way, isn't even available as an option on X, a right-hand visor vanity mirror, a rear seat ashtray, and a dual-note horn. Citation offers none of these features standard. Granada offers a full measure of value. Passenger room is important to buyers in the mid-size class, so let's see how Granada and Citation measure up there. While the amount of room is the same for two-door sedans, 95 cubic feet, the Granada four-door has more room for passengers with an EPA index of 96 compared to 95 for Citation. In addition, Granada can be equipped with a flight bench seat to carry up to 6 passengers. Citation can seat only 5. Another measure of versatility is the choice of engines to meet the wide range of buyers' performance and fuel economy needs. Granada offers 3 engines, Citation 2, and both of Granada's 6-cylinder engines, the 3.3-liter inline-6 and the new 3.8-liter V6, are larger than Citation's 2.8-liter V6. The advantage is clearly Granada's. Now let's turn to the subject of price and see how Granada and Citation compare. Granada L's two-door is base sticker priced within $372 of the Citation two-door. When comparably equipped, the Granada L two-door is priced within $18 of the Citation two-door sedan. The Granada L's price position can be improved when a buyer takes advantage of the Value Improvement Program. With the Value Improvement Program, when a customer orders power steering, he gets split bench seats, a tilt steering wheel, and an electric clock at no extra charge, a savings of $357. On a typically equipped Granada L two-door with the package, the price advantage over Citation two-door is $71. And when Value Option Package 173A is also added, the price advantage becomes even greater, in this case, $364. As you can see here, the price story on 4-door models is almost identical. After typically equipping the cars and adding the VIP package and Value Option Package number 173A, the Granada price advantage is $346. In passenger cars, then, Granada offers more standard features, equal or better interior roominess, a wider choice of engines, and with typical optional equipment, a better price. And Granada has one more thing that Citation does not have, a station wagon. The Granada wagon gives mid-size buyers still another choice in 2 series, the L and GL. Although there is not a Citation wagon, Chevy advertises that their hatchback design provides the utility of a station wagon. Actually, their EPA cargo volume index is 20 cubic feet with the rear seat up, and 41.5 cubic feet with the rear seat down. The Granada station wagon is rated at 42 cubic feet with the rear seat up, more than twice as much as Citation with no sacrifice in passenger room. And with the rear seat down, Granada has 73.5 cubic feet of cargo space. That's 32 cubic feet more, the size of this large box. And Granada's spacious cargo compartment can handle bulky objects like furniture and appliances that a hatchback cannot. You can sum up Granada's advantages over Citation in one word: value. If you're a Granada buyer, you get a lot more for your money. It's as simple as that. Against the X car, you have 2 mid-size car choices to offer buyers. Both have almost the same passenger room as Citation, and unlike Citation, can be equipped to seat 6, and both have a higher level of standard features. For the buyer most sensitive to fuel economy and price, you have Fairmont Futura. When equipped with a fuel-saver engine, the gas mileage is about the same as Citation, yet it costs as much as $1,300 less. For the buyer looking for more classic styling and a higher level of standard comfort and convenience features, you have Granada. Something to arrive in, as our advertising says. Yet it can be priced hundreds of dollars under Citation. 2 better ways to go: Fairmont Futura and Granada. This year, Chrysler Corporation has been advertising its Reliant K as the American way to get your money's worth. That's a catchy phrase since everyone is interested in getting their money's worth. But let's take a look at how well that statement holds water when we compare Fairmont Futura and Granada with Chrysler's K cars. Plymouth's Reliant and Dodge Aries are virtually the same car. Since that's the case, we're going to compare our cars to the Reliant, starting with Fairmont Futura. Both Reliant and Fairmont Futura are available in 2- and 4-door sedans. Reliant also has a wagon, while we have a 2-door coupe. We'll look at station wagons later in this program when we compare Granada with Reliant. For now, we're going to concentrate on sedans. First, let's look at Fairmont's standard value versus Reliant. Look at that list. Let's take a closer look at some of them. 14-inch wheels. Reliant has 13-inch wheels. Steel belted radial tires. Reliant has glass belts. Power front disc, rear drum brakes. Manual for Reliant. AM radio. Reliant has a plate to cover the hole. Fairmont's 2-door coupe and 4-door sedan have even more. Turbine wheel covers, dual remote control mirrors, and accent paint stripes. The base Reliant does not. In fact, neither does the Reliant Custom nor Special Edition. It takes a lot of extra cost options on Reliant to match what Fairmont offers standard. Those are dollars in the buyer's pocket now and more potential resale value at trade-in time. Now let's compare some key vehicle dimensions. Both Fairmont and Reliant have roomy interiors. Actually, the EPA Passenger Volume Index is the same in both 2- and 4-door models. However, in 4 doors, Fairmont does have the edge in the front with more shoulder and hip room, and in the rear with more shoulder and leg room. Fairmont also has about 13% more luggage space than Reliant, 17 cubic feet versus 15 cubic feet. That 2 cubic feet advantage is about the size of this picnic basket. But Fairmont's advantage is more than just size. Reliant's trunk is short, and the wheel wells cut into the luggage space. This is the kind of selling advantage to highlight in your sales presentation. Now let's consider performance and fuel economy. Reliant offers 2 engines, both 4s, and not much of a spread in size. Fairmont Futura offers a 4 and a 6. The performance edge goes to Fairmont. Both cars have impressive fuel economy in their class. The Fairmont Fuel Saver has mileage ratings of 25 and 40, while Reliant has mileage ratings of 26 and 41. Figuring gasoline at $1.45 a gallon and an average of 15,000 miles driven per year, the K car owner would save $33 a year over the Fairmont Fuel Saver owner. $33 a year is only about $3 a month or 9 cents a day. Let's see how that compares to the possible savings a Fairmont buyer can get on the price of his car versus the Reliant buyer. Chrysler boasts that they're holding the price line on their K cars. The base price of the Reliant 2-door sedan is $59.90, but the Fairmont Futura 2-door sedan is stickered at $59.85, $5 less. And remember, the standard features we just looked at are not standard on Reliant. Even the Reliant Custom falls short of Fairmont's standard feature value. Let's compare them. In terms of base sticker price, the Fairmont Futura 2-door holds an advantage of $913 over the Reliant Custom 2-door. That 9 cents a day or $33 a year doesn't look like much now, does it? When the 2 cars are comparably equipped, Fairmont's advantage is $1,147. And add to that the extra customer value in a typically equipped model with value option package 203A, and the advantage grows to over $1,543. Now that's what I call having the competitive edge. What about holding the price line in 4 doors? With even more standard features than Reliant and more than last year, Fairmont is sticker priced at $64.19, $2 lower than last year. And as you can see here, it's base sticker priced $634 less than Reliant Custom 4-door. And comparably equipped, the Fairmont price advantage is $1,056. When we typically equip the cars and add value option package 203A to the Fairmont, the sticker price difference grows to $1,431. When you consider everything you get in Fairmont Futura, many more standard features, comparable room for passengers and more luggage space, a 6-cylinder engine option for performance, comparable fuel economy ratings when equipped with a fuel saver, and sticker prices that range to over $1,000 less, Fairmont is clearly the American way to really get your money's worth. Now let's turn our attention to Granada and see how it compares with the K car. Granada and Reliant K are two different approaches to meeting the needs of mid-size car buyers, but there are some similarities. In model lineups, each have 2- and 4-door sedans and a station wagon, and both offer 3 trim levels in various models. But now we come to the big difference. Model for model, series for series, Granada offers more value than the K car. Built-in value is typical of Granada's standard level of luxury. Look at the impressive list of Granada L standard features which are not standard on Reliant. Granada L comes well equipped. Reliant has minimal equipment. That is a big selling advantage for Granada and you. Now let's see how the two cars measure up. EPA passenger volume indexes are the same, both in 2-door and 4-door comparisons. However, Granada makes better use of the space. When you take a close look at interior dimensions, you'll find the 4-door Granada has the advantage in shoulder and hip room in the front and shoulder and leg room in the rear. Granada's deep well trunk offers 2 more cubic feet of storage space, and its deep well design lets you store suitcases upright for easy loading and unloading, a good feature to demonstrate during your sales presentations. The Reliant trunk is short and has its usable space limited by the rear wheel wells. Granada makes more efficient use of space for both passengers and luggage. And Granada offers a wider choice of power teams with 3 engines, a standard fuel-efficient 4 and 2 optional 6-cylinder engines. Reliant offers only 2 4-cylinder engines. Now let's compare Granada and Reliant sedan prices. The Granada L 2-door sedan is base sticker priced within $228 of the Reliant Custom 2-door. However, the Custom is not equipped up to Granada's level. When comparably equipped, the Granada L 2-door has a $28 advantage. And typically equipped, adding the impact of the Value Improvement Program boosts Granada L price advantage to $208. Add in Value Option Package 173A, and the advantage climbs to $501. Comparing 4-doors, the story is much the same. After typically equipping the cars and adding the VIP package and Value Option Package 173A, the Granada price advantage is $490. That's the story on sedans. Now let's take a look at how the wagons compare. One thing most wagon buyers are interested in is cargo carrying ability. In this area, the Granada station wagon offers significant advantages over Reliant. The Granada wagon has 8 more cubic feet of cargo space with the rear seat up. This is 8 cubic feet, which is about this much cargo. With the rear seat down, Granada has nearly 74 cubic feet of cargo space. Reliant has a little over 69 cubic feet. Granada's advantage, almost 4.5 cubic feet. And when it comes to moving people and cargo, the Granada wagon has another plus. The 3.3-liter I6 engine is standard, where Reliant K has a standard 2.2-liter 4, the same as on its sedans. Now let's take a look at the real payoff to Granada's product advantages: price. The Granada L wagon starts within $649 of the Reliant Custom wagon. Comparably equipped, Granada is within $90. Typically equipped with the Value Improvement Program, the price becomes $27 in favor of Granada. And after adding Granada Value Option Package 187A, the Granada advantage jumps to $290. It should be clear by now that dollar for dollar, the Granada wagon offers the buyer a lot more value than Reliant. One final point on wagons. When you're selling against the Reliant wagon, don't forget you have an alternative to Granada that will appeal to many of today's buyers: the Escort station wagon. It comes in 3 series so that the buyer can choose his own level of luxury. It has front-wheel drive, a 4-wheel independent suspension, and space for passengers and cargo that is surprisingly close to the Reliant. It offers much better mileage ratings, and it's priced hundreds of dollars lower. When going up against the K car, your biggest advantage may well be that you have cars that appeal to a much broader range of needs and wants. Both Fairmont Futura and Granada have about the same passenger room as Reliant, but more luggage room. And both cars have a higher level of standard features. Where fuel economy and price are the primary buyer motives, Fairmont Futura, equipped with a fuel saver, compares favorably at the gas pump and can be sticker priced many hundreds of dollars less. For the buyer looking for classic styling and many more standard comfort and convenience features, Granada offers it. For the wagon buyer, you bracket competition with Granada and Escort. Granada combines a high level of luxury with more cargo carrying capacity. At the same time, it can be sticker priced hundreds of dollars less. On the other hand, you have the front-wheel drive technology of Escort, with better mileage ratings and much lower prices than the K cars. No matter how you or your customers look at it, with sedans or wagons, with Fairmont Futura, Granada, and Escort, you have the products to take on the competition and win.
Hey, you guys still here? Woo-wee, that was a long one. Well, if you made it through it, I appreciate that. Thanks for watching.